Even if the heavy guard isn't a great class, it's got a sick jacket. Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we picked up a bunch of medicine for the people of the city who are suffering from altitude sickness, or something like that. And this time, we continue our trek around the city, and yeah, see what we can all get. Hello, Corey. Are you in the house yet? Going back to the city in one piece too, I can hardly believe it. Grandma was overjoyed to see me back. She was so happy she even did a little Nalpon dance, and she's no spring Turkin. Yes, that was a wonderful thing.
Would you believe it?
And then hello, Kabata. Our prison friends made it home. You acted something truly great for us there. But we didn't manage to save all of them. But as it on you, they must have been at least somewhat prepared for that from the moment that they got captured. And now that the infernal prison is no more, it's going to make moving around a lot easier for me, too. I'm going to make the most of it for our dear friends who never made it home. I just remembered that she is the captain of the Salvage Corps. Shania stabbed us in the back. Can't believe it. Daniel thought of her as a friend, but I guess she didn't feel the same way.
Huh. Would you believe it?
We'll get more into Shania eventually, don't worry. I love Shania as a character. Also, a watchdog. How things going with Tor on the others?
That's a real big fuss. It's gonna take ages to bring them up to speed. They got so much to learn. But it'll be fine. I already realized that Colony 15 are good people. They helped out my dad after all. And they're all so tough. I got a bit to learn from them myself.
Yeah, I love Shania as a character, but again, we'll get into that in a little while. No, you. Not you. You. With the baseball cap. Ever seen Ump's Rest? Yeah, we have actually. Way back when our founders lived there. Catastrophic attacks scattered them far and wide. These blasted Agnians made use of their castle and that opportunity to land for themselves. If we ever got that fertile land back, folk here in the city would live a lot better, that's for sure. I don't know why I decided to give you a southern voice all of a sudden. But guess what, Kotan? I got the southern voice. Yeah, a lot of simple stuff out here, is, you know, getting to know people. Okay, Boomer. Dun-dun! Look, get that, you're angry, but you don't use mouth words to tell us, we'll never know why. Darn! What, you're not even angry? Come on, if you want to tell us something, just say it, will you? Okay then. Hello, Kavu. The city's got all sorts of dishes I've never seen before in my life. It's really motivated me to learn how they put them together, so I can make them myself. I'm gonna go find some place where they can put me to work. So the bunch who got captured by Agnians made it back here. Incredible. I thought once they got captured they were gone for good and I'd never see them again. It's a truly happy and auspicious occasion. Better have a drink to celebrate. Is there not drink?
I got the chance to stop by Wellwell's place and read something again. The latest volume of the Founder's Tale. It's just incredible. It brought me to tears right there and then. I never thought I'd be able to read the next part of that story. Oh, the emotion! Yeah, it's good to be alive sometimes.
Would you believe it?
Until now, Mobius had never been able to determine the city's location. Now, thanks to certain traitorous actions, each and every one of us is exposed to danger. And the last number is going to take responsibility for what happened with Shania now. I really want to talk about Shania, but I can't really for quite a while. It's Chapter 7 side quest. No, I want to talk to the small child.
My dad came back. He was surprised by how big I got when he saw me. It was a big surprise for me too. I mean, I thought I never gonna see him again. Thank you so much for helping my dad and everyone else.
Isn't she was the girl that was playing hide and seek, wasn't she?
What do you think young Juliet has been up to lately?
I haven't seen her around town a lot now you mention it. She's probably been meeting up with a lover, I'd say. Julieta's attitude. You're the juggle guy, aren't you? How's it going now? Great, thanks for asking. I learned a new trick and it seems to be going down a storm with everyone. Hey, do you know Mitsuki by the way? I happen to be acquainted. I feel like I left out in spirit, just like I did for him once. Perhaps it's concealed to me, but I feel like I was able to achieve something that only I could do.
Always nice to see a new face.
Since you changed location so suddenly, 5 place breaking home of Gigi. You ask Ortiz will compensate, but the yell 100 place break there! All Gigi gets is shouted at, no money. But somebody always works for wears, yes? So Gigi feel much sorry. How about to tied up, big mess. He's learning.
Huh.
It's always good to
Would you believe
learn.
it?
Go and get learnt. Hello, Drum. Rosanna seems so kind. She gives Drum many torpedo wrap with tasty sausage filling. Rosanna also tells Drum to turn off deaf ear to words of other pop. So that's what happened. So the sentry got broken. Correct. Drum was set up by setting up a setup. Such rotten double dealing. Drum's scared of human now.
Would you believe it?
You and Mom are planning to see some of the world together, right? Yeah, got a big battle ahead of us now, but after that, we're out on our travels. Really? If you're ever in Colin Gamma, give me a shout. I'll show you around. Thanks a lot. Can't wait to find out what kind of place it is.
Huh. Would you believe it?
I always knew that the city itself was a Faranis. That real shock was finding it can still move. It must have been considerably confidential for you to know about Shania. The founder of my house was something special. I think even among the 6 houses, only a few people knew the truth. And we got... I know we have... Miyabi somewhere. Where did Miyabi go? Yeah, she was like right here. Oh well. Leap! You're up there. It's only happened because the other outsiders come and get into the city willy-nilly. Still, we were able to live in peace for all this time until now. There's no small feat, I think. City discontent. To hear about. Bringing outsiders into the city? Surely more risk doing that. Phantom and Ortiz better handle this right. Just gotta make sure they know you can't deal with every problem after the fact. It's always weird hearing Vandom as a last name because Vandom was the character in 2 and it was supposed to be in 1, but they, you know, yeah, they did mistranslation called him Vanguard. That's what I was trying to get at. So yeah. Vanguard was supposed to, because Vandom is a running, not joke, but it's a recurring character archetype, I guess, because they're not the same character, but, you know, stuff like that. Is what I'm good at word, yeah. Yeah. But we're just continuing around the city because we have a couple of things. Hello, Kubibi. Kubibi have played hide and seek with Shiner and friends at Rebelli Plaza. No one could find Kubibi. Hiding was great success. But Shiner get mad. Don't Kubibi really disappear? It's still fun, even though Kubibi shouted at. Kubibi really feel like true fan of Shiner and friends.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Aww. Because he's the guy that knocked over Ethel's growth cell. Knocked over her egg. It's just an egg. It's a real big ol' eggaroo. Yeah, we'll go back up to the lookout and start roaming round. Yeah. 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 The city, very big place, lots of people to talk to, and lots of ways to get very, very lost. Oh dear. I think that would kill us. We get to jump from here. Thank you for actually grabbing on. Imagine how the city would feel if, you know, Ouroboros, the #1 people to be able to take out Mobius, just died from jumping off a cliff. I'll tell you what, it's quite something to see Romero going around with a frown. It certainly is, considering he was banging on for months about how he was getting married. Julietta's attitude? New topic available. So I have one more thing about city discontent to find. elsewhere. You're resigned to the fact that people seize Morassi and Gondor will take years to break out. The Ouroboros made short work of that. I hear that the armor was kicked out of the Lost Numbers. News reaches you fast as ever. Well, that was me that gave the information to Rosanna. When all the bad apples were weeded out, I think my job will be a bit easier.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Hello, Romya.
I've never seen so many different people living in one place.
2015 was way more straightforward compared to here. 2015 was rough, wild, and out of control. It's not the case here in the city, like, at all. It's gonna be tough adjusting to the new state of things, but Captain's orders are Captain's orders, after all. Oh, that's right. What is Triton? Otherwise. We got Bruce locked in order again, so thanks for that. And Gray, you trust him to do the right thing? Of course, I trust you too. Everything went according to plan. Oh, that sounds kind of scary. You get different dialogue when Gray is in our party.
Sure, I can lend you a hand.
Nope. Kind of surprising, but okay.
You're in safe hands.
Let's go and look for other. Hello, Boxy.
I had no idea the city could move about like that.
I'm so surprised that my head nearly fell off its shoulders. We seem to be coping just fine, though. Great Sword might be broken, but the city's safe, and that's what matters. I think we've escaped the worst of it, but we're not quite out of the woods yet. It's a little worrying. Not everyone is as strong as you. We need to support each other if we're going to conquer fear and insecurity. Certainly is a way to take it.
It's funny. I only have to play tag for like 2 minutes and I'm super sweaty.
Move about, love. This makes you sweat. What's funny about that?
But I never used to sweat. I think it just got a bit too warm in the city after everything moved.
The city used to be right at the top of the Great Sword, if I would account for the difference in temperature. Nerd! Look at this guy being a nerd! Caring about the temperature and atmosphere. Yeah, Boomer is exactly right. Boomer's such a weird character. But whatever. That's it then. No more Rosanna favors. At long last, I won't have to pick sides. Yet, you'll always need some standing in authority to get things done. If you need my help, feel free to ask me anytime. You owe me one, of course, but I'll be happy to help. Hello, Riggy.
I made it back to the city, but it's still hard for me to believe when I wake up every morning. It's because I'm not back in the old room that I used to have before I went away. My old room. My grandfather wound up giving me to a napa that he adopted.
Would you believe it?
Old room claimed by Kabibi. Okay. It's nice seeing the little interactions between people. Hello, Mr. Saman. The next attack upon the city was not at all predictable. Big surprise. Because of this, some even more unpredictable things. We're to prepare the utmost for unforeseeable circumstance. How do you mean? That is secret. Oh, you're not feeling at home in the city? I mean, you only just got here, you know? You'll feel at home eventually, trust me. Alrighty then. Thank you, Purgus. You see what Mobius did to the Great Sword? How and Ionius were supposed to go toe-to-toe with that. I believe we could take them down with the Arbor ourselves. Now I think we might very well be better off hiding for our lives. Takes care of learning about the city discontent. So we can keep on show moving.
Use the button. You need a little comfort food.
All right then, tell me what you'd recommend.
Comfort food. Like these delicious jelly-filled donuts.
Grown-ups tell us not to fight, but all they ever do is argue with each other. Why is that? I bet we could all live fine, just fine without all this 6 houses stuff.
I mean, 3 houses was already complicated enough. Imagine 6 houses. Yikes. Let's move along to Kryto. Got yourself a real fan club, eh, Grotto? Everyone seems to go wild for you. Yeah, guess I do get a bit of buzz of energy from my fans. For that I'm really grateful. If I can show people there's hope in surviving, then I can fight any battle. Yeah, I reckon I'm starting to understand the whole Grotto effect now. Where did... Yeah, Mizuki. Hello. Getting Kabbalah can be pretty pushy sometimes, right? She seems really scary at first. But once you get to know her, you'll get that she's always taking care of us. She has a great breath for training newbies. Why don't you tell me that she was pouring all energy from the kids that she didn't have into making us strong? Having kids is the norm in the city, so people whisper about it. But she laughs it off, says you find your own way in life. I think she's so cool. How about me like the cat? Treat my own life too.
Would you believe it?
Attacking the castle and freeing our imprisoned comrades at the same time. It's amazing what you Ouroboros can do. I really thought that I'd never see my friends again. Thank you so much.
Hello, Sauru. He can loop around to you. Hey, buddy.
This place is mad.
It's like way bigger and more spacious than Colony 15 for honest. I just know I'm gonna get my head in a spin trying to find my way around. Oh, you're not alone, buddy. You are not alone. I have over 100 hours on this file alone. Yes, we have crossed the 100 mark a couple episodes ago. But not done yet. I'm really very thankful to you all. It wasn't easy for me looking on from the sidelines of my child's body when you did all the work. Besides, it's much more entertaining being able to fight on even footing with Kamaravi now. I decided to offer my services as social training, but not assisting you. Ethel was keen to plow ahead, but there's so many things you don't know about the city, about their fighting style. There's a lot to learn, sure, but at least you found something you want to do. That's something, right? True. In exchange for passing on my skills, perhaps you'll give me knowledge and wisdom in return. That'll do for now. Looks like we've got all sorted, mate. So, you ever need a hand? You know who to call, yeah? Kamaravi is the... So, when it comes to the Kamaravi and Ethel revivification compared to the Mio one. So hold on. So glad you lot made it through unscathed. Most mummies were cut above, still reeling from the excitement. And one more person with Sugu. My baby daughter grew up a lot while I was locked in the prison camp. She barely even remembers who I am now. Somehow people grow apart from each other. I should count my blessings, really. It's a miracle to even have her back at all.
Huh. Would you believe it?
But, where was I? Right, so, obviously, you know, it's same sort of deal. You get a revival, and I'm not a big fan of revivals. I think it really makes things a little bit different with Ethel and Kamaravi, because neither of them are really major characters. Ethel, you can maybe argue, but even then, you still have about 6... well, okay. A normal playthrough, you still probably have about 30-40 hours. At least 20 hours, I guess, before you start getting to a point where they're coming back. Whereas with Mio/M, it's about 30 minutes.
Hey, let's eat something.
Which, I just, yeah. Again, it's the combination of being a minor character and taking a little bit more time.
About that.
We'll talk with the enmity. Okay, let's lay it out once and for all. Our sorties works together with Monka's family, the Fandoms. And opposed to them are the Doyles, people call them the Conservatives. Keeping the middle ground between them is House Rhodes, is that right? Man, state politics are confused as all get out. Why are they opposing each other in the first place? They're all city people, aren't they? The more people in a community, the more opportunity for ideological divides. I think this is one of those. When they share a common goal, they disagree on the best way to achieve it. I have some experience with that. There's bound to be some story behind the story. There's one we don't know. It's always something like that. See, we should tread carefully whenever we have to deal with them. It does seem prudent. If we misstep, we might become embroiled in conflict as well. I still hope one day everyone can work together as one. Is that naive? Maybe.
We need to lay all this out.
I wonder if the city folk and the Colony 15 people are getting along okay. I mean, none of them are bad guys or anything like that, but people can be surprisingly dumb, huh? Well, I haven't got word of any major snuff-ups yet. Maybe they're managing to rub along together somehow. Certainly, if they don't manage, it'll be a significant problem. could take a look ourselves and see how it's going. It might be better than just stewing about it. If it's all fine, then great. If there are problems, maybe we can lend a hand and set things straight. Sounds like a plan. Gets us life in the city. Give Julietta's
Right then,
attitude.
strategy meeting.
I guess Romero and Julieta probably haven't been able to get married yet. And after that, Romero would have given us a whole speech about it. I can see it now. There's a reason he brought those two up. I heard Julieta's been seen all over the city lately, that's all. I think she might be trying to get their wedding approved somehow. Ah, so she's the one jumped through this time. Romero was so fired up about it too. Is it really so hard to get married? It seems like the problem concerns more than just the two of them, so it must be. If you're worried about it then, we could always ask around and see how they're doing. I feel a bit bad for Romero did himself a mischief while we weren't watching. There's probably something we can do to help anyway, Mimi. You're right. Let's see if anyone knows what's going on with Romero and Julieta then. It's us, Julieta and Romero. And finally, city discontent. It's understandable that people are stressed and worried with everything that's happened. But the city folk are really starting to get up in arms about it. I guess right, we're normal for that, for us back in the colonies. We just took that kind of thing for granted. To them, fighting with something that happened on the outside. You can understand how seeing one in the fundamental belief shatter is going to cause them unhappiness, I suppose. But then you got those conservative types who they're already afraid this kind of thing would happen. Seems like they're already in a state of panic. You're right, everything feels quite precarious right now. I hope everyone in the city's okay. So maybe talk to Monica and Travis about it all. I think we should. I hope we can do something to help. And finally, choices. So that's 3 quests picked up for the city. And next time, we start doing some quests. Some good old questies. But, until then, see you guys later.